Alright, YouTube land. I couldn't find any good videos that talked about changing the head gasket on a Dodge Ram 1500. This is a 2006 model, so I figured I would just make one and see if I can help out there. As you can see, this one's already been put together. It wasn't too bad to take apart. Just want to touch on some challenges along the way. So when I first started, I thought you had to take all of this apart. You don't have to if you're just removing the heads. This bolt right here is the one that gave me the most trouble. I lost about a day and a half trying to figure out how to get this guy out. This one's not that bad. So basically, you need a tool to get this guy out. There's no way around it, or else when you're trying to take this bolt out, the entire assembly moves and it kind of throws off your timing. And we had to keep coming back every time we try to move that bolt. We have to set the timing and then try to get this loose. So basically, there's a tool that you buy online. It's like $30. I tried finding it at like a local auto parts, but they didn't have it. And basically what we ended up doing was I just made one out of wood. I called the Dodge dealership and I asked them if there was any way around it before I made my own section, and they said no, but it worked fine. So I was hoping he would have gave me some ideas, but they didn't, so I just had to come up with something. Well, I don't know where this damn block is at, but what we ended up doing was I got a piece of cardboard. I stuck it in between the chain in here, traced it out to kind of, get the size as close as possible. What you're trying to do is you stick this in there, or the piece of wood anyways, and you try to wedge it. It's called the what do they call it? Timing chain wedge tool. So this actually turned out to be really good. It's like a real good size. And then I cut it out of a piece of pine wood. It's probably about, I don't know, what is that, half an inch thick. It worked really well. So you take that, I wish I could find it. You take that, you put that in the chain, and you have to tie a rope around it so you can pull it out whenever you're done. I don't know where it went, but you tie a rope around it. So kind of like this. This is a different one. But, oh, here it goes. Alright. So this is what it looks like. Oops, sorry. Sunlight there. So that's what it looks like. I tied it up. You wedge this in here. You hit it with a hammer or something to kind of wedge it in there pretty good. This one, if I hit it with a hammer, it actually goes in there and it wedges pretty good, and it prevents this from moving. And like that, the rest of the assembly stays in place, and you don't have to have to worry about throwing off your timing. And then another thing you have to do, you have to grab this while you're doing it think this is torqued on like 90 foot-pounds, and it's not very easy to break loose. So you need to make sure that this stays still. So you use that, and you use a pipe wrench, which is the one that we used. So we used a pipe wrench, put some tape around it so it doesn't screw anything up. And I called the dealership, and they said that it was fine for you to grab it from the cam tube, as long as it's not one of these. We just grabbed it from here. Actually, it left some indentions, but they said it would be fine, so we'll find out. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think that was the hardest thing. Figuring this whole setup. Everything else was pretty straightforward.